Picture this. I am a young lord, slowly developing his land, allowing it to flourish, while slowly, bit by bit, reclaiming what was stolen. The wonderful thing about Hadowand is that it has two massive deposits of salt and stone. So those will definitely come in handy later on down the line. Also, it has fish. More fish for us to fish. As opposed to Frostcheck, who brings us hunting animals and our highly sought iron, this will definitely be useful to build up our infrastructure and help with food production, because salt is good for our food production. Salt is an excellent way to preserve our food and to improve its quality. Right, the time is dire. We only have 2 months of food left, and unfortunately, although I would love to be able to use our wonderful fish supply, I may not. We are trying to grow the fish population so that we have a decent amount, and we can, well, have more fish to eat. Unfortunately, we have to wait. The peasants are not too happy about this, but hey, we still have food for the moment, so things are still reasonable. It's when we run out of food that I'm more worried about how people will react. But I believe this is for the best. And once we have more fish, everybody will be very happy with our extra food supply. Right, unfortunately for us so far, we cannot sell large shields anymore. We have created a large surplus on the local market, and so their price has dropped drastically, so I've decided to completely stop selling any shields, any large shields, and we are instead only selling some smaller shields, which continue to sell at a normal price. A bit cheaper than the larger shields, but hey, at least we can sell them for what value they truly are. In other news, we need to wait for the end of the month of April in order to start fishing again. Luckily, our mushrooms have been able to, produce enough food for us to take care of things for now. We have 3 months worth of food, which is really not much, but we will be able to survive, especially thanks to those mushrooms, and thanks to the different vegetables that we grow in the village and the animals that we have. We are expanding with more pears over here, and we are hoping that our fruit trees will grow very quickly and that we will be able to make some good money off of them. We truly need to expand to the next region, but I am hesitant. With the food situation in this village not being as reliable as I would like it to be, I am hesitant to expand to the next. I'm guessing I will wait 1 more year. I will wait for the following spring. Next spring will be when we expand to the local, to the region just next door, and we begin our endeavors to start, a blacksmithing village to take care of weaponry and armoring and things of the sort. And there we go. May has just begun. We now have a lot of fish in the pond. Time to start fishing all of that fish. In other news, we have obtained a 4th ox because it is needed, and I have decided to stop taxing the village. So people should be happy about that, at the very least. For different reasons. I have a decent amount of gold now. Sorry, sirs. I have a decent amount of gold now, and I don't really need more. It's not urgent. The region is not very wealthy, so I won't be able to get much gold out of them anyways. So yes, I believe that it is best for us to simply stop taxing the peasants and make sure that their livelihoods increase. That you understand what I mean. That the peasants are happier. Happy peasants means happy lands, happy economy, and more money, and better workers. Right. There you have it. We have expanded the village quite a bit, added a lot of houses in many places, and a lot of new inhabitants have arrived, and since I am no longer taxing them, the citizens are very happy, and we are actually getting more families moving in. Things are speeding up a little bit, we're getting more money as well, more taxes. I knew that happy workers would lead to positive results for myself. I should say happy peasants would lead to positive results for myself. Harvest season has started, and look at those beautiful apples. Our apple trees are ready, our pear trees are ready. They are finally producing, they are finally bearing fruit, and with these fruit we can feed the people. We have about 6 months worth of food stocked up. We have fished all the fish we can get out of the pond. I've instructed the peasants to not fish beyond a certain amount of fish. We are trying to keep as many as we can inside the pond so that more will reproduce next year. It should be okay. This is really making me feel more comfortable with now, well, looking into expanding to the next region. Look at these peasants heading off to the fields to prepare them for next year. We have also been making really good money selling our war bows and our small shields on the market at the moment. We are producing a very fine amount, and goods are flowing, money's flowing. This region is perhaps stable enough for me to look into expanding next door. Now, our fields are ready. We are preparing some rye flour so that it may be baked. And with the impressive wealth that we have been able to obtain through the export of our bows and small shields, we have been able to establish a trade route, an expensive one, to import beer. Yes, we could have probably set up our own brewery locally, but that might have not been the most effective way to go about things. This way, it may be more expensive, but we will have our beer. With it, we will be able to upgrade our peasant housing even more and improve the lives of our peasants. Perhaps even a baker will accept to move into town, or a peasant will learn how to bake. As you can see, our herd of sheep has nicely grown, and we have now a steady supply of cloves in the village as well. All we are missing is the beer, and it will be on its way. With all of the money that we have acquired, I have also ordered one of our peasant families to purchase 3 more horses for our merchants to sell even more, even faster. Things are truly going well. Look at this. Look at those beautiful barrels. Those beautiful beer barrels rolling into our tavern. People will be able to find peace. And of course, quiet the mind. Winter has come, and we have inaugurated a new bridge. We needed to speed up the distance, well, make sure that peasants were able to get from the village to the windmill up on this little hill faster, because if they do, that means faster grain, faster flour for us, because the grain gets crushed into the beautiful flour that we can use at our baker's house. Yes, we do have a baker's house. Let me show you something. Look at our beautiful new bakery. Our first new brick or proper stone house as well. Look at this beauty. Beautiful house. Very nice house. Best house we have in the village. And, of course, a baking oven. A stone oven. Well, the village is now not making enough income to support the import of all of this beer. Unfortunate. Some might blame me for re-establishing the taxes and taking my own share, but I was only taking 10%. I earned very little from my taxes. We simply do not make enough money to be able to support the import of ale any longer. So, what they do not know is that we only have 16 barrels stored up left. So we will have to make do with those, and once we run out, well, they'll have to be patient because we need to acquire lands where I can produce the malt that we can use to produce beer, or we need to make more money. Find a way to produce more goods that are more profitable. I'm thinking maybe once our fruits are more plentiful, we might be able to sell them for a good price. But once again, setting up that trade route will cost us. Right, we have expanded to the little area next to my starting village. We already have a logging camp set up. We just had modest funds, so we have a modest little camp. Things are going all right. We need to set up a lot of things, so yep. We've got our hitching post right here. We're building a storehouse and a granary. And this will eventually become my blacksmith village. Further up this way, this is where we're going to build our hunting camp. And over there we have all of the rabbits we will be able to hunt down. All of the prey. A lot of them right there, which is nice. Over further down this way towards where the future mine will be built once we have the resources to build it. We have over on the right, if you push through this little area, I believe we've already set up a little road. Yes, we have. We have berry bushes. And these will be really nice to feed our people. Here we go, and right over here we have set up a foraging hut. And right down there we have our storehouse and our granary. Perfect. Very nice little area. Back in Burambak, where we started off, we are expanding to the forest up ahead, building a new logging camp. And over in the forest up ahead, we are setting up a clay mine. Well, it's not really a mine because it's more of a surface deposit, but yeah, we'll be collecting clay in that forest. In other news, I have just shared plans to expand my little house here with walls to protect it all around. Well, almost all around, mostly around. So I've allocated the resources so that we may then look into fully enclosing my property and protecting myself properly. Here we are, hurry up! Bring as much as you can, build as much as you can, we are in trouble. Just as I was renovating my home and improving our defenses, Balthazar has laid claim to this region. I have been forced to hire the Wayward Sons, a group of mercenaries that are on their way currently. Now, once this is finished, we should be able to hide them inside. Our advantage? We have excellent bowmen. Our issue? We do not have a lot of troops to keep them in melee. So I'm hoping we can hold them by this river. They should be arriving fairly soon. Unfortunately, we need this built up quickly. Come on, people, come on! Hurry up!